Hello students, welcome to Talking Textbooks. My name is Prashant Jain and today we are going to discuss something about magic squares. So what is a magic square? And there is a conjecture in this video. Last video which I prepared. So basically like I'm coming up with a series of videos in which I'll be discussing some of my ideas and observations about different aspects of mathematics. So in my last video, I discussed about PJ theorem, which was essentially congruency criteria. Then some of the students replied that the statements are written for some of the polygons in some books, but then nowhere we could find generalization for n-sided polygon, and nowhere we could find the proof which I gave. So now today we'll be discussing something about magic squares. So what are magic squares? So 49 is a magic square. It is made up of two squares. All the digits, like these digits, can be broken into two parts, 4 and 9. Now 4 and 9 are both squares, right? Then if we talk about 169, again, this is a perfect square, this is a perfect square, and this number itself is a perfect square, right? Then let's talk about some other numbers. I'm just taking random number 4225. Then this is a perfect square, this is a perfect square. But these two numbers are not that interesting. These two numbers are not that interesting because we are breaking them in squares. First square is of 2 digit, second square is of 1 digit. So they have different number of digits. Here also one is 1 digit, then the another are 3 digits. Right? Whom I am calling magic squares, I am calling magic squares if a perfect square which can be broken in perfect squares of same number of digits right? So 49 is a magic square, and the beautiful part is that this is a perfect square of a prime number. This is also perfect square of prime number. Now let's see this one, 361. This is also perfect square of prime number, but then again it has different number of digits, different number of digits. So let us focus on 49, right? And let's call them semi magic squares, right? They are also magic square but not completely magic, right? So there are two definitions. Magic square and semi magic square, right? So digits can be partitioned so that every partition is a perfect square. Every partition is a perfect square. Right? So 361 is a perfect square. 169, 4225. So they have different set of digits. Then this is digits can be partitioned so that every partition has same number of digits. Right? Same number of digits. So examples are 49 and then 1681. So like in few of my lectures, I have told that 1681 is my third favorite number, first being 42, second being 73. This is my third favorite number, 1681. So these are the two definitions. Now let's focus on 1681. So this is square of this. Now this is where it gets interesting. So 49 was what? Earlier magic square. 49 in itself is a magic square. 49 in itself is a magic square, right? So this is possibly something. So we are getting somewhere. So 4 square, 9 square. Then 4 is also a square. 3 is also a square. So this is a magic square. So you can find some patterns here. 49 was first magic number, magic square. This is second magic square. So here are some conjectures. There are infinite magic squares. There are infinite magic squares. Conjectures means these are to be proven, and this is my challenge to all my students, all who of them are seeing this video, to prove this. If they are able to prove it, then it is a theorem. If they are able to disprove it, then it's a wrong statement, right? But till then it's a conjecture, just like a Goldbach conjecture, right? You must have heard about Goldbach conjecture. So there are infinite magic squares, and if you are able to find a pattern in which we can find next magic square, I have just given you the hint. If you are able to find the pattern to find next magic square, then it will be something very great and it will be fun to do, right? So this is about today's video. It was about magic squares. So 1681 is a magic square, then 49 is another magic square. These numbers are semi-magic square. So if you like this video, all you have to do is to comment some more magic squares. You have to find some more magic squares or some semi-magic squares. Right? So this is today's interesting and some challenges which might make you fall in love with mathematics. And the beauty of digits, the beauty of intuition is something which you should build in yourself to have a very good mathematical aptitude. So that is my today's video about magic squares and semi-magic squares. So this is the conjecture. I am repeating the conjecture. There are infinite magic squares. If it is proven, then it will be a theorem. Otherwise, it's not a theorem. So with this, I would like to thank you for listening me out. If you like this, just share it with maximum student so that others can also find they also find interest in mathematics. Thank you.